heart that hurts. I want to spend my life mending broken people. I want to spend my life mending broken people. Hi, and welcome to 3ABN Today. I am Tim Parton, General Manager of the Praise Him Music Network. Today, I feel like a fish out of water because I'm a bit out of my element because I'm in the kitchen. If you have seen me before, I'm usually behind a piano, but I am a very simple cook. Not even a chef, I would just say I'm a very simple cook because cooking to me is like opening a container of hummus and a bag of chips. Really simple. That's the way I like to cook. But the smells in this kitchen, if you could be here, you would love the smell that's going on in this place. So I want to introduce, just jump right into things, Padmaja Medidi.
Yes.
It is a pleasure. For 10 years, Padma has been blessing us with her cooking and her wonderful creative ideas in the kitchen. So it's just always a delight to have you. And thank you for being here.
I'm just so happy and delighted to be here and to share my wonderful, simple, flavorful, tasty recipes.
That sounds
so
great.
I'm glad that 3ABN gives me this opportunity.
Yes.
I'm truly thankful.
Well, we are so, again, grateful to have you here. And besides cooking, I understand we do have something in common. We are both musicians. You're a singer.
Yes, I sing, yes.
Wonderful, great.
Yes, my dad is a great singer.
Yes.
And he's the one that introduced me, at a very early age. So we used to sing together in church. And
wonderful.
So I do have an album, Petals of Love.
Okay,
and beautiful music videos. Everything is on my website, all free downloads of my music.
Okay, great.
Yes, and all the recipes and everything is there.
Super.
SweetSoothingMusic.com.
SweetSoothingMusic.com.
Yes.
So your dad was your musical influence. Who was your cooking influence?
I had a really good aunt that cooks very tasty food. Okay. My mom does too, very good. But when I was in college, I saw her cooking and I was like, wow, I must cook like her.
Okay. Were you raised in India?
Yes, I was till I was 17 years old. I was in India and then we migrated. My dad was a missionary medical doctor in Jamaica. He worked there for 30 years. He retired there, now he's 85 and he's still volunteering his services in India.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
That is marvelous.
Yes, so he's still working. He said, as long as the Lord blesses me, I'm going to keep working.
So there really aren't any like chefs where that's what they did for a living. You do this kind of, you create your own recipes? That's
I just love tasty food and healthy food. So we have to just tweak it a little bit and add with the Indian spices, it just brings out such a rich flavor. Yeah. So I just started doing this. Really, I never thought I would, but I know the Mischief Sisters introduced me to this, and ever since then, it wasn't me, but the Lord had a plan.
Neat.
And He brought me here, and I'm ever so thankful to 3ABN for giving me this opportunity so I can share with the entire world.
For sure. Well, I'm ever so excited because this is my first opportunity to really be in the kitchen. I don't know if I made somebody mad that they're doing this as actually it may hurt you worse than it hurts me.
No, but you're a singer, I'm a singer.
Okay, we'll sing our way through it if anything else.
Yes, and I think we are great. We have a great taste for also food.
I think right, exactly. And we've got a list of dishes that you're preparing today.
Yes.
That, oh my goodness, this will be really
You're going to learn a lot.
I am
about
going to
Indian
learn a
cooking.
lot. And you've got all the
Ingredients here for our first dish.
Yeah, so I think I'll just read off the list of what we're going to actually be preparing today. We'll start with a vegan quinoa Kichidi.
Correct.
And then we'll do vegan red bell pepper and lima bean curry.
Mm-hmm.
Indian style chard sauté.
Yes.
Vegan riced cauliflower with lime. I've heard a lot about the riced cauliflower.
Yes.
Vegan red lentil and spinach dhal.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll finish with a nice dessert, vegan coconut ladoo.
Ladoo. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, those are great, fun words to say. We'll start with that kichidi, which sounds like chickadee, but I promise that there's no chickadee in it. And for this dish, you will need 3 to 4 tablespoons of extra light olive oil, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 to 3 bay leaves, 6 cloves, 1 to 2 cinnamon sticks, 3 green cardamom, 1 cup of red onions chopped, 1 to 2 green chilies chopped, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, 1 cup of tomatoes chopped, 1 cup frozen mixed vegetables thawed, as carrots, peas, string beans, corn, 1 cup of masoor dal, which is a split red lentil, a half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half to 1 teaspoon of madras curry powder, a half a cup of cilantro chopped, 2 cups of water, a cup of quinoa, and salt to taste. That sounds wonderful, and sounds like a lot of ingredients.
Yes.
But
you will see the quinoa totally transformed.
right, quinoa is something that's kind of a bland thing, or by itself, it's not really too desirable.
Yes, but you will taste you will see how wonderful
This
it
is going to be explosive.
So first, I already have the oil hot, so I'm going to put the mustard seeds. That's our first step. And then, do you see them popping?
Yes, yeah, on that oil.
So, yeah, so we have it ready, yeah. So now I put the dry ingredients. Cloves,
garlic.
I think it's getting very hot.
No,
I'm going to put it down, yeah.
Popping.
So,
It's good stuff.
yeah.
Bay leaves.
Bay leaves, cinnamon sticks.
Whole cinnamon sticks, that's great.
Whole cinnamon sticks.
Yeah, that's neat.
See, when they're sauteed in the spices, you can smell beautiful, the aroma.
So is there a reason why you wouldn't use like the powdered cinnamon? This is just a better way.
Better when it's just sauteed in oil, then you can just get all the, just the flavors infused into quinoa dish.
Yeah.
It'll be distributed. Now you have to wait till this is slightly brown color. And I know we can't wait that long, so we'll move right along.
Right. What is it you have?
This is ginger and garlic paste.
Okay, and is that something that you buy already
No, this
made?
is homemade. I make
Okay,
it.
it's something you make.
So yes, it's just equal amount of ginger and garlic, and you just, with some water,
Okay.
you just make it.
So if I got to that point in the recipe and didn't know how to do that, I could call you, couldn't I?
Absolutely.
Okay. And now,
My number is 813-325-5783.
okay. Well, duly noted, because I'm going to need to call you, I'm sure.
And see, now I'm going to put the tomatoes.
Okay, so you're going to leave these spices out.
No,
Go
just
straight
right
to
now.
the
Right
tomato.
now, I'm going to put the
Right.
spices.
Okay, after the tomato. So get that tomato going.
Yeah, because if I put with this oil, that's the curry powder, and this is the turmeric powder. And we don't want you to start sneezing if I put the curry powder.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you will be smelling.
So the tomatoes need to get to a certain texture?
Yes,
or-
very soft. They have to cook nice and soft, like a nice thick gravy.
Yeah.
And in this, just for a few minutes, you let put salt in it,
Sure.
and then you put the lid. When you put the lid, it will actually bring out all the juices, and then it cooks and more gravy is formed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it'll come.
So this would need to cook for like how long?
Just, you can see the tomatoes are soft.
Okay.
Then
Watch
it's
it.
good.
Keep an eye on
Yeah,
it.
keep an eye on it.
Nice.
We want the tomatoes to be nice and soft. See that?
Yeah.
They're getting soft. You can just see that
I love the color of that. It's such a beautiful.
Yes,
I love that.
nice red color.
Yeah.
So right away in this, we can add the masoor dal and the mixed vegetables. Actually, I'll put the vegetables first. So now we are trying to coat the spices to all these mixed vegetables, and next it's red lentils. Yes. I'm going to put the red lentils.
So those come right out of...
And what I did was red lentils, I just soaked them.
Yes.
So they cook faster. Red lentils are the ones that cook very fast. You can use split peas from the store, but they don't cook as fast as quinoa, or they don't cook as fast as rice. So I choose, my choice for the red lentils is because they cook fast.
Cook fast, yes.
Yeah.
When I'm hungry, I'm ready to eat right then. I don't have time to wait for something
but
to
the
cook.
split peas take a long time.
Right. Well,
so do you see now I mixed all the ingredients,
yes.
and I'm going to add the quinoa.
Yes.
And also let the quinoa, and quinoa, we rinsed it at least 2 times so the bitter taste is gone.
Yes.
And then you add it. Yes. I used white quinoa. You can use, there's other colors. I think you can use anything. Yeah. But this will truly transform the taste of quinoa.
Right. So if you have a large supply of quinoa that no one in your family is real a fan of, this would be a great way to
they can try that.
And
did you see that quinoa plus lentils? I have mixed vegetables, so this is like a
totally one
pot meal.
Yes.
So and this even cooks. You can put it in Instapot. They have it, and you can just saute it and just put it in there, or you can saute in there too.
Just a couple of days ago, I was just making the quinoa, and it was so bland, and I'm thinking, something needs to happen here.
Wow.
This is what needs to happen.
Yes,
here.
and then we'll add a little salt.
Yeah.
And now that all the spices are coated well, I'm going to take this mixture and I'm going to add it onto the rice cooker. I like to put it in the rice cooker so it cooks fast. So if you can help me.
Okay, yes, I will take this, and then I will let you do the honors.
Yes, and put it a little bit more. Do you see the color?
It is beautiful. It really is great.
Yeah.
All those flavors and all the colors.
And the smell, you can see the aroma.
Oh, man. This would be a hit. And it really, even though it has several ingredients, it's not difficult at all. You just...
Yes, and now I add the water. For 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water. And I added the salt. We need to just check and make sure and add more salt if you need. You just taste the water and you do that. And we just, if you can open this up for me.
Yes.
Now I'm just going to put this in here.
In the rice cooker.
And then just put it, and then just press our little button, and everything will be done in about half an hour.
Okay,
perfectly.
Great.
But in 10 minutes, you need to open this up and just mix it again way from the bottom. And then just before another 10 minutes, then you just take the cilantro and sprinkle it all around and just close it. We don't have to worry. It just cooks so beautifully and evenly. All the spices are infused throughout the entire dish.
That is
and
great.
It tastes delicious. I want you to try that
yes,
and tell me how it tastes. And I know you have, I prepared that already.
Now that's the way quinoa ought to taste. Oh, wow. That is really, really good.
I think once you taste it and see, I know there's a lot of ingredients, but
that is like a comfort food.
Yes.
I mean, I could just sit and eat that
yes.
all day.
But it's truly a hearty meal.
Oh,
with
it is very
everything
hearty.
in it.
Yeah, it's kind of dense, but the flavor, so packed with flavor. I really like that. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, do you have a garden where you grow some
Yes,
like
I have
tomatoes,
I have
cilantro?
curry leaves, I have cilantro. I like to use things fresh,
Okay,
my fresh
nice.
herbs.
Right, yeah. Well, this is wonderful. I highly recommend that dish. So
Wow.
I'm going to take this one home with me. for
Yes,
sure.
I'm so glad you
And your
enjoyed
phone
it.
number, I'm calling for that paste. What was the ginger?
Ginger garlic paste.
Ginger garlic paste.
Yes.
That's handy to have on hand.
But that's because that's the flavor that you get.
Mm-hmm.
Is because you have the ginger garlic paste and the onions and the tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you have that base of tomatoes, along with all these spices, it just enhances the taste.
That is some really good stuff.
Yes.
I like that. I
Keep
like
it.
that. Well, let's move on to this vegan red bell pepper and lima bean curry. 2 to 4 tablespoons of extra light olive oil. 1 red bell pepper de-seeded and chopped into half-inch pieces. How precise. 1 green bell pepper de-seeded and chopped into half-inch pieces. 2 medium tomatoes chopped. 1 cup of lima beans frozen. 1 cup of red onion chopped. 1/2 to 1 teaspoon Madras curry powder, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1/2 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 to 2 green chilies chopped, 4 to 5 curry leaves, and 1/2 cup of cilantro chopped. I can already tell this is going to be a great dish. It's so colorful already. The ingredients here, the peppers are especially bright. So lima beans, that's an interesting ingredient for this.
Yeah, a lot of people that don't like lima beans, this is an amazing dish. They can try this and they will love the flavor.
What is going to transform the lima bean? Just all the other spices?
Flavor,
Yeah,
yes,
so I
that I'm
guess
using. So I think this oil is hot. Now the first ingredient is mustard seeds. It's tiny, but the
Powerful.
flavor is powerful. You can see that it's slowly starting to sizzle. And then we'll add the cumin seeds here. Cumin also has a lot of health benefits, which is really good. It's the only thing is that you need to saute till the mustard seeds start popping.
Okay.
You know, once they start popping, then you know that the flavor and the aroma you can smell.
Sure.
You know, but the oil has to be really hot.
Right.
It's not that hot yet, but we'll just pretend that that's hot because it's going to take a little while. And once you see the mustard seeds sputtering, then we'll add the
So we might
onions.
be able just to wait a second, and we can mention your phone number again. I hate to drive a point home. Well, I guess in this case I need to, because we make sure that you're open to people calling you.
Yes, I
Okay.
am. And a lot of
That's
people do
wonderful.
call me because they do have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So 813-325-5783.
And you live in the Tampa, Florida area.
Florida, yes.
Okay, it's
We live,
wonderful.
and we grow everything tropical there. So my curry leaves and everything I pick from my backyard and use it fresh. That makes a difference. And I know to buy it in the Indian store, it's a little expensive because you just get a little. But for me, I just run outside, get it fresh, and then come.
Wow.
Yes, so it's all fresh makes a difference.
You have lucky neighbors.
So now I'm putting green chilies.
Nice. Chopped.
Yes,
And
and
de-seeded?
remember that green chilies, you can de-seed if you don't like them hot, but if you like them, you can use it. Just 1 chili or 2 chilies, depending on what you can tolerate.
Right.
And these are the curry leaves. That just adds a really nice flavor.
leaves.
Curry leaves. Yeah, somebody called me and said, can I just use curry leaves and don't have to use curry powder? No, that doesn't work that way.
So
This is
you
just the
mean-
name is curry leaf, but it's just like cilantro.
Oh,
That's
okay,
all.
okay.
It doesn't do anything more than that.
Okay.
For this, I just, very simple recipes. For some of them, we use ginger and garlic paste.
Sure.
For this, I'm not using ginger and garlic paste. Even without the ginger and garlic paste, it just tastes very good, really nice flavor. And if you want to cook these onions really fast, you just add a little salt to that.
So what makes that?
It just
fast?
softens. It just
Oh,
softens
okay,
the.
the salt softens the
Yeah,
onions.
softens, and then
Nice.
it cooks fast. If you like, you can put the lid on, and it'll cook fast
Sure.
too. If you want to make things cook fast, and then now that this is turning a little light brown, we will add the lima beans.
These are frozen lima bean, baby?
That I thought, yes, baby, not the
Yeah.
big ones.
Okay.
These are baby lima beans
Yeah.
that will taste really good. You can just put the baby lima beans, and then you add the turmeric.
So is this a dish that you came up with?
Yes,
I don't
I just made
interrupt
up
your
my own.
routine.
Yes, and this is the curry powder. Yes, this is that, you know, I just try to mix everything and make
Because
something.
lima beans, like I say, are kind of random. It's a random ingredient. Is that
Yes,
something
that's-
that's
It's not-
regularly available in India?
No, not really. In India, we have different kind of beans.
Okay.
So, but I substituted and then I
Yeah,
use
I like that.
this. So now you just wait and then just make sure all the spices are beautifully
Okay.
coated.
Yeah.
You can just cook this for 3 to 4 minutes, a little bit, and then you add the red bell peppers.
I'm fascinated.
See the red bell pepper and the green bell pepper.
Yes.
So the combination of flavors
Yeah.
just is beautiful. Look at the color.
It is just nice.
Yes, do you see that? And really, I don't know if you have tasted a curried, bell pepper, but it really tastes amazing. Really, really good flavor. You need to put a little salt in this because you added the beans and, just a little bit, and then we'll mix it all together.
So is there a big difference between like the Indian curry and like Thai
Yes.
curry? There is
yes,
a big
yes.
difference.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The ingredients.
That's another program. So
That's
don't be confusing your Thai and your curry.
No,
Indian.
no.
Okay.
So if you want this taste, you need to get the curry powder from the Indian store.
Oh.
West Indians have a different curry powder. Jamaicans use a different curry powder. Every curry powder is slightly different. There's variations, yes.
I didn't realize
Just because it says curry powder, it doesn't mean it has the same ingredients. I'm from South India, so ours is different from North India. Yes, even in India, we have different.
Wow.
Yes, it's not the same curry
That's
powder.
why I could never get my
Yes.
curries to taste right.
So now I would close the lid and let it cook for about 5 minutes or so, and just let that soften a little bit. The beans are cooked with the spices and the red pepper and the bell pepper, and then I will add the tomatoes and this, and then let it cook for another. Now the tomatoes will give it like a nice thick gravy to it. I like to use vine-ripe tomatoes because they taste really good. Now this dish is high protein. You have lima beans, which is very high in protein and low in calories, and the red bell peppers are very high in vitamin C and vitamin A. Yes, so it's really, really a great dish. Everybody should try this.
Right.
And I'm going to add these tomatoes. We would let it cook a little longer.
Sure.
On medium high, but all the instructions are there when I gave the directions.
Right, which are on your website.
Yes.
The recipes are on your
And the 3ABN website also has all the recipes. They can go there. And we just have to make sure when you add the tomatoes, just to make sure the salt is even, and just put a little salt there. And when I put the tomatoes, you must close it with the lid and let it cook on a low, like on a medium heat. So that will soften the tomatoes, and now all the tomatoes and the bell peppers and the lima beans together, when they're cooked with the curry powder and all these other little mustard seeds and cumin seeds, it's just wonderful flavor. Now, if this is, you can tell when it's all coming together, it's almost cooked, just a minute or two before, then I add the cilantro, because the cilantro, we don't want to put it too early, then you won't really taste it.
So I noticed on the last dish, the
Kichidi.
we would put the cilantro in last as well.
Yes,
but
yes. So we follow basically the same for all dishes,
Nice.
all the Indian dishes. We don't add it before itself, we do it a little later. And see now, this is nicely cooking. You can see that.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Yes,
Wow,
look at the color.
I know it's getting brighter and brighter.
See, this is the cilantro.
I'm just gonna take it home and look at it, if nothing else. It's really nice. I was
Yeah,
gonna
red bell peppers and the green bell peppers. You add color, but also flavor and nutrition. They're just loaded,
God
you know.
God is so good to make it pretty and good for you.
Yeah, we love, and my goal is to give really tasty food to our 3ABN viewers.
Right.
And there it is.
This is a dish that you certainly have to try.
I want you to try that.
Oh, in fact, since I mentioned that. So I'm a fan of lima beans anyway.
Oh, really?
But that.
Do you see the lima? Did you ever taste lima beans like this?
No, no. This is delicious.
Yes.
And the peppers, wow, what flavor.
Yeah, the red bell peppers.
Yes.
If you just cook it a little bit, it really brings out the flavor.
That is really, really nice.
Yes, along with all the curry and the spices.
I love
Very good. I'm so glad you like that.
Yes, I'm going to finish that for sure. Yum, yum. Well, let's move on to the Indian style chard sauté. I'm talking with my mouth full. 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra light olive oil, a fourth of a teaspoon of mustard seeds, a fourth of a teaspoon cumin seeds, a half a teaspoon of
Urad dal.
yes, a fourth of a cup of white onion chopped, 2 to 3 garlic cloves chopped, 1 to 2 green chilies chopped, 4 to 5 curry leaves, 4 to 5 large chard leaves, and that will get us our Indian style chard sauté.
Yes.
We're cutting back on the color, but we're going to just green.
Yes.
I like this.
This is the chard.
Yes.
And for all the vegetables, mostly we use the same. You can see that.
Starting with the mustard.
Yes, starting with the mustard seeds, and you can see them. And I have it on high, just
Get that oil hot, so
Hot.
the seeds will pop.
yes. And then cumin seeds
Yes.
and urad dal. Now, when you saute these in oil, the flavor, you have to saute it in oil. If not, the flavor is not released. You know, you can't smell plus the flavor
So-
of mustard seeds and cumin seeds.
So remind me what dal is the
Urad.
urad.
This is just split peas, but it's a different kind of
Okay.
peas.
I
And
was
these
thinking, yeah.
these cook very fast.
So I mean, this is a small quantity. What does that?
Because we're just flavor.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
it's strictly the flavor.
It's just the
Okay.
flavor that, you know, it's really the greens are enhanced by the flavor of this. And now you can see them.
And urad dal, just one more time, is it can be found in the stores, in the Indian store.
Yes.
Okay.
In the Indian store, you get cumin seeds. As you notice, I didn't use cumin powder, but the cumin seeds for this because when they have to be, you know, just sauteed in the oil. Now, we'll just pretend they're sputtering.
Yes.
They're almost ready
They
to.
are, I see 'em.
Yes, so then I'm going to add the onions.
This is white onion.
Yeah, I just wanted something mild for the chard. So I thought red onions just a little too strong for that,
But I like the
for the
look of it.
flavor. Yes, and now I will just put some garlic,
Minced.
chopped,
garlic.
minced garlic, chopped garlic, whatever, and the chilies,
Chili,
green
yum.
chilies. And as I said, if you don't want green chilies, you can cut back on them. You want it a little hotter, you can add a little bit more. And these are my curry leaves.
And those are only can be grown in, you say, a tropical.
Yeah, so you get it in the Indian store,
Yeah.
you know. So
Because those are really, really pretty, and what a neat way to cook.
yeah, and the flavor. You can see the smell?
Oh yeah, I can see it and smell it.
Yes.
It looks great and
So-
smells great.
It just has to be light brown color.
What a great base. This
Yes.
is going to be nice.
And I know that this is loaded, Swiss chard is loaded with nutrients. It has vitamin A and vitamin K. And I'm telling you, I know kale and spinach and all these greens. And now they say this is the super
Right,
food.
yes.
It's like the powerhouse.
Right.
You have so many nutrients in.
And there are several different kinds of chard.
Yes,
There-
and actually what I did is I took the stalk out because the stalk is very thick and some people like it. If you
Yeah.
prefer, you just chop it very fine and it'll cook, but it'll take longer to cook. So
Certainly.
maybe you add it a little bit early with the onions and let that stalk cook, and then you add the leaves,
we're
but then
just
it'll be
using the
evenly
leaves
cooked.
on this
Yeah, but then see they're finely chopped.
Yes, very
you know,
nice.
so these are huge leaves, so you just take the veins out and then you chop them nice and fine. And see, these are nice and brown, so we'll just add the, these are red chard.
Yeah, red chard.
They have rainbow chard, they have Swiss chard, so anything. This recipe goes with anything.
So I have to admit, I don't think I've ever eaten chard, but I've stood and looked at it in the grocery store and saw how beautiful it looks, and like the rainbow as well.
Yes.
But this is something I can totally do because it doesn't have as many ingredients.
This is very simple.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. I mean, it's really, really simple. Everybody loves greens.
Yeah.
You know, even some people that don't like greens, they can try this recipe, and I think they will just love it.
Spices are going to make this outstanding.
And I didn't put that many spices. I didn't use curry powder, but I like to close it with the lid and just let it cook. It doesn't have to overcook, but we want it to cook a little bit.
Just where it looks wilted or...
Yes.
Okay.
And then you know, you can just see the trace just being transformed by garlic and onions and the mustard and the cumin, just these little. I didn't even add too many ingredients, but once you get these ingredients and keep them, you can use them for all your vegetables.
Yes.
Just follow my directions, you know, from the recipes, and you can see your vegetables totally transformed.
Oh, no doubt.
Where they taste really good. You see that? It's just in a minute.
Oh yeah, it's a very quick.
Yeah,
and
it's
easy.
very quick. It doesn't
love
take
that.
long than 5 minutes.
No.
That's it. You know, it's
Very impressive.
almost done. That's it. And then I want you to
Yeah, do you
try
mind if I
and
take
taste and tell me how this tastes.
Yes. It's tender. I like
Yeah.
the tenderness of it, and
Yeah.
yet
You just
crunchy.
need to just cook it a little bit. But you can see the onions and the cumin. Can you
Oh, that's
taste the
nice.
cumin and the mustard?
I
and
can, but it's
everything?
not very strong.
No, it's not
too
very strong. No, it's
So
not
it's very
strong.
nice.
It's very light.
And I already feel healthier. I feel like I could.
This is loaded
that's
with
beautiful.
nutrients. I'm telling you, this is the powerhouse. And I think
That is really, really
yes, it's just I'm making it taste, you know, very flavored and tasty, so you can enjoy
good. It's
the
a great
dish.
side dish. I like that a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm glad that you enjoyed, and now you know that you can make chard, any type of chard that you want to use. As you
Right.
said, rainbow. We have different types, so you don't think, oh, I can use only this. No, you can use any chard, but then you know, just follow these little ingredients, and it'll just transform into something so delicious that you would love it.
Nice.
You know.
Well, I'm going to go home and make that. I promise I will. So let's move on. Something else I think I'm going to try is this vegan riced cauliflower with lime. It is 1 medium head of cauliflower, 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra light olive oil, a half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon again of urad dal, 1 to 2 chopped green chilies, 5 to 10 curry leaves, we're stepping it up, a half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 limes or a 1/4 cup of lime juice, and salt to taste. Another relatively fast recipe.
Yes.
Is this
Riced cauliflower.
cauliflower?
Yes, and so now we have the oil hot. So I'm going to start with the mustard seeds. Do you see them sputtering?
Yes, already.
There's the cumin seeds. There's the urad dal.
1, 2, 3.
This is going fast because, you know, we have already. And just green chilies, curry leaves. I'm doing it very fast because our oil is nice and hot.
Right, it is. It's sparkling.
Just the turmeric, and then we put in the cauliflower.
Yes. You see a lot of this now in the freezer section in the store. I notice it's in the bags. You know, you don't even have to
Yes.
get a head of cauliflower, but you can, you know, naturally take the head of cauliflower and
Yes.
grate it or put
This
it in
is
food processor.
what I did was just put it in the food processor and pulse it,
Yeah.
and you'll get it to the rice grain. See just
Yeah,
a little.
I've been wanting to try the cauliflower rice, they're calling it, I guess. So,
Yes,
So this
it's
is a great.
It's very easy. This is a simple dish. It's
Yes.
very low in carbs.
Right.
Cauliflower is low in carbs. 1 cup of cauliflower has only 27 calories, whereas the regular white rice has 206 calories.
Wow, what a difference.
Yes.
What a difference.
So you can see that this is very healthy.
Yes.
Now, I wouldn't really saute it too long, just 3 to 4
You want to get
minutes.
them mushy.
No, you want them crunchy.
Right.
You know, you must have them crunchy. So now, as soon as we finish sauteing it, so you just turn off the stove, take it off, and I will add lime juice, and you will not believe the flavor.
It's going to be a great. So this is again something that you stirred up yourself. You created the recipe. Is it?
You know, I kind of tweaked it and tried it this a little bit of because rice cauliflower I hear so much, and I really want to try because rice has so many carbs.
Right.
And this is a great substitute for rice. And now I'm just adding a little lime juice. And actually, I'll take it off from the stove because we don't need it to stay there anymore. There you go.
So the lime juice, that's a great twist on
It's just a burst of flavor.
Yeah, for sure.
Because see, this cauliflower doesn't have much flavor, and it just absorbs the flavor when you add lime. That's why I added a little bit more lime because at least I took 2 limes or a 1/4 cup, but fresh squeezed lime juice. I prefer fresh because there's a difference in the taste. You know, so you just have to mix all this together. The lime juice is what has to get in. When you add lime juice, just make sure there's enough salt to your taste. And did you see how quick that finished?
That was fast.
Yeah, we had the oil nice and
Right.
hot, so everything just went really
Oh, yeah,
fast.
yeah.
And this is really good. You want a little crunchy. Don't overcook it. I want you to try that
Yes,
and tell me how it tastes.
I've got even the curry leaves in there too.
Yes.
Oh, I love the crunch.
Do you?
And I love that lime.
Can you taste
my
the
goodness.
lime? Yeah, I just
Yes.
added a little bit more lime. If you prefer, you don't have to add that much, but I think the lime really gives it a very
Oh, it's
nice flavor.
It's kind of summery. I don't know why that's a word, but it's good. I like that.
Yes.
It's,
And it's really low in carbs. So you don't have, you feel like you're eating rice. It looks like rice. See that?
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah,
looks
the
like that
texture is
yellow rice.
perfectly
But
ricey.
it's not rice. So you're getting that, wonderful very less calories.
Right.
But if you eat regular white rice has more carbs.
Well, and the what's so good for you in the cauliflower it's just great.
Very
I really like
nutritious,
that.
very,
I'm so glad I
very.
tried that because
Yes.
I've been wanting to. That's
Do you see the
awesome.
flavor?
Oh, yeah.
Just as soon as you put it in your mouth, just the lime.
Yeah, and it's got just a hint of a bite to it.
Yeah, because I put the green chilies.
Yeah, right.
So if you
exactly.
prefer not to, you don't have
But
to add
no,
that much green
That
chili.
and the lime, they're a great combination.
Yeah,
I
but
really like
very simple flavor.
Yeah.
You do not have, I didn't put curry powder. I didn't put anything. It's just the turmeric that gives it the yellow.
Yeah, it's light.
And the lime and just a few. And you know what? If you do not have mustard seeds, some people call me and they're like, oh, I don't have any mustard seeds. That's fine. You can use the cumin seeds. I think they're available in the regular stores, not the powder though. You can use the cumin seeds and just try it with that, but the lime juice will just transform.
Yeah.
Because everybody has, the little bit of the oil, that's the extra light oil. You cannot use extra virgin because of the high heat.
Right.
You cannot heat it up.
Right.
That's why I use the light olive oil.
That is quick and easy. I like both of those recipes, the chard and the cauliflower. Let's move on to the lentil spinach dhal.
Yes.
3 cups of water, a cup of split red lentils, a half a teaspoon of turmeric, a half to 1 teaspoon of Madras curry powder, 1 to 2 green chilies, 2 to 4 tablespoons of extra light olive oil, half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 dry red chili, half a cup of onion chopped, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic crushed, 4 to 5 curry leaves, 1 cup of vine-ripe tomatoes chopped, 8-ounce spinach rinsed and chopped, half a cup of cilantro chopped, 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, and salt to taste. This is going to be beautiful and great. So we're going to go from a couple of faster recipes to one that takes a little more time. It's not too
Yeah.
much really more complicated. It just takes time for things. So let's get things started. With
Yes, now the oil is hot, so I'm doing the mustard seeds. You see them popping, and then cumin seeds. There is no urad dal here. You know, we don't use it. No, for this particular dish, we don't use urad dal.
Oh, the red dal.
No, see the popping? You
Yes,
see the
yes,
popping,
absolutely.
and now you add the
Red pepper.
onion,
Red onion. Sorry.
red onions and garlic. This is crushed garlic and curry leaves.
Well, I love the fresh ingredients that you're using.
Yes, they're all fresh.
Thank you, Lord.
And
Fresh
and
ingredients.
I already, this is the second step. The first step is my red lentils here that I have already prepared. You know, we cooked it, you know, soaked it for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then cooked it very soft. And it has the Madras curry powder and turmeric in it.
So the beans are already,
Yes.
and the lentils are already
That's the
cooked.
first step that I did because that takes half an hour.
Sure.
So I already prepared that and kept with the lentils, the red lentils. I have that
And,
preparation.
and this can be eaten by itself, right?
Yes,
That's
you can. That's in India, dal is a very, you know, dish that's usually traditionally used in every house.
So that would be like a basic dal recipe.
Basic dal, but I'm actually adding more
yeah,
spinach and
we're
everything
dressing,
else.
I would never accuse you of being ordinary. This is going to be great.
Yes, now I'm adding tomatoes,
Fresh tomato.
fresh tomatoes. Do you see these tomatoes?
Yes.
Are really nice and soft. And now it's time to add the split peas. And this is a mixture that I already did before. The consistency, you can change it and you can add a little bit more water if you want it, because when you cook it, sometimes it thickens. So here it is. You just mix it all up together. Oh, my apologies. I was supposed to add spinach before we add the dal.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just add it in here now.
So we don't have to take that out. We can
Yeah,
just
but
go from there.
yes.
Okay.
But it would be nice if after the tomatoes you add the spinach and let it wilt a little bit, and then you add the dal.
Yeah.
For the spinach, you really don't have to close with the lid.
Okay.
It actually cooks very fast.
Yeah, it does. I can see it wilting already.
Yes.
But sometimes I get the verse ahead of the intro and the chorus behind the
Yes.
tag, and so I know
It's
all about
somet-
getting things confused.
It
sometimes.
happens, yes. But
That's
it
what-
would
that's
it
still
would
looking great.
Yes, you can when you do the tomatoes and they're soft, that's what you do. You'll add a little salt.
Yeah.
See the color?
Yes. Oh yeah. Nice.
And now that everything is mixed together, actually they wilted beautifully.
Yeah, really well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Now, just 2 minutes before we take it off the stove, we add cilantro.
cilantro, right.
And cilantro adds a really good flavor to the dal
Wow.
with all the greens.
Nice.
I put a lot of cilantro because
Yeah.
it's really flavorful.
For sure.
And you just let it cook together for about just a few minutes. This is very high in protein, and with the spinach, you're getting, it's loaded with so many vitamins and minerals. So you're getting lentils plus your greens, spinach, which really makes it a very tasty dish. And it's so flavorful with the lentils, and it's just really whole and hearty meal.
Yes.
Now, you see that? We just let it cook for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, just with the lid on. So all the flavors will just mix together and come together beautifully.
I remember a story I read about a person who didn't have a timer in their house, and they were working on boiling something that needed a specific time. But he was a composer, and he knew the length of a particular song, and so he used the length of that song to be
Oh,
his timer.
that's
I don't know why that matters,
wonderful.
but anyhow, as a musician, we can relate to that. So this looks ready to do
So,
something.
yes, so look, now I can
Oh, that
just
is
take
so
it off
great.
the stove, and now I add the lime juice. And it'll give it a nice sour taste to it.
That is nice. So this is going to thicken as the longer you, I mean.
But once it cools, it thicks.
Oh,
It
okay,
thickens.
okay.
Some people don't like it too thick. You
Sure,
want to make
sure.
it thin. You just add a little bit more water. but the flavor is very
Oh, it
good.
looks
And it's really rich. You're getting your protein, you're getting your antioxidants, you're getting your, because there's tomato too.
Sure.
And there's garlic and
Yes.
onions. And
Oh,
the
it's
flavors just, you know, they just marry together so well that you really, really, you would love this dish. But we eat it with rice or
Okay,
roti.
okay.
Roti is a flat bread that they use.
Okay.
And you can eat it with rice or roti. And
Now, how does roti differ from naan, which...
Naan is just a little way of making it. You know, they put it in the clay oven and do it. So
Okay.
roti is different, and yeah, it's just a little different version of making things. But I'm from, you know, South India, and we eat rice a lot.
Sure.
So different rice dishes, but this is great combination, and it's in India, just across South India, North India, everybody eats dal. Lentils, mostly vegetarians in India.
Sure.
So they like this lentils, and you're getting all your protein. It's just, do you see the color
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything?
it's really beautiful.
It looks, you need to taste
I'm
that
going
and
to
tell
taste
me.
it. Yeah, this is it. That's great.
Yeah.
That
just
really is great. I love that.
lentils along with spinach. You know, I like that combination. Dal, you can make it just, with so many variations, there's so many different combinations, but this combination,
That is great, smooth, and it's not too wild.
not-
There's nothing in it that would be really, you know, outstanding in terms of the, you know, too pungent on any of the flavors.
Nothing, no.
Everything, like you said, it marries well.
yes,
So very nice.
very balanced, and you're getting your greens, and you're getting your lentils.
Right.
And this is a very tasty way of having your lentils. Wouldn't you say that?
Oh, I would certainly say that. This is
Yeah.
great. And I would also certainly say that now that we've come to the end of all of these 4 or 5 dishes that we've cooked, it's time for one of my favorite portions of the program, and that is dessert.
Yes.
And we're going to make a wonderful vegan coconut ladoo.
Yeah.
And it's pretty simple, actually. 1½ cup of dried coconut flakes, unsweetened, 2 to 3 green cardamom pods, de-seeded, 1 cup of full-fat coconut milk, make sure it's full fat, 1/3 to 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and a pinch of salt. That's it. After all of this wonderful food, we come to the simple dessert, but it's not going to be, it's simple, but it's going to be tasty. I can tell already. I love coconut. Tell me about it.
This is coconut. I just got shredded coconut, unsweetened shredded coconut, but I just I just pulsed it a little bit to form this very fine grain, like you can see
that's
that.
nice.
Yes. Now what I'm going to do is just roast this, dry roast.
So no oil, just
No
right in the
oil,
pan.
just in the pan. It'll just take, 3 minutes or 4 minutes just to come to a golden color. And we'll just keep on stirring, because if you leave it that way, it will burn. You have to continuously stir this, and maybe 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it takes to get that golden brown color. You can tell because you will be able to smell it. And then for this, we will pretend
Sure.
that it's golden color. And then to this, we'll add the coconut milk.
Full fat coconut milk. And why is it that, again, that we just have to have the full fat?
That gives the perfect consistency for this ladoo.
Yes.
Typically, they just use regular milk. So we have substituted for the coconut
Okay.
milk, which is very healthy.
Sure.
And I'm going to add the cardamom powder
Okay.
to this.
And this is something that you've grounded.
Yes, because it's really tasty if you can. These are the pods. If you can see, this is how cardamom looks.
Yes.
And I just opened it up and see the seeds in
Right,
there?
yes.
Yeah, we just took the seeds out, and you just crush them in a mortar and a pestle.
Right. Nice.
And if you do it fresh right then and there, the flavor is just really good.
Yeah.
And do you see that?
Yes.
Now, this one you
It's
just,
thickening
yes, thickening. So to this, just 2 minutes or so, you just keep stirring. And now it's time to add
Sugar.
brown sugar. And then just a pinch of salt.
So those 5 ingredients.
That's it. It's very simple.
great.
And you can see the taste is so good. The cardamom is the flavor is just, it'll take you to
a
the...
little bit of it will do so much.
Yes,
That's
and it just takes you to the next level. If you will see the difference. If you don't add cardamom, it doesn't have that flavor.
Ah.
Yeah, and I think it's available. You can add the cardamom powder. You can get it in the Indian stores.
Sure.
We use it in a lot of desserts. It's just a very refreshing. This is really a delightful dish.
Right.
You would.
So ladoo, what is that word? What does that mean?
It's like ladoo is like in a ball. We just after this is reduced, there should not be any moisture. Like see, all this liquid should evaporate, and you can tell. Yes, cook it down really good. It'll take a good 20 minutes to 25 minutes, depending. But we wouldn't want to burn it, so don't put it really
you have
high.
to be watching over it.
Yes, and then keep on stirring it continuously, and then once it's all the water is absorbed, all the moisture is gone, then you take it, cool it, and then you take it, put it between your hands. Just take a portion of it and just roll it like a nice round ball, and it's good. It just holds beautifully.
So you have to definitely wait for it to cool so that you'll burn yourself.
Yes,
But also that's the perfect texture and the perfect temperature for it to roll up in a ball.
Yes, but you must cool it.
Yeah.
And it'll take a
And you
little
can
time.
lay that out on what, like wax paper or in a pan or just...
Yes, just even in a pan or a wax paper is perfect.
Okay.
You can do that.
Just pour it out.
Yes.
Okay.
But this is almost done.
Yeah,
it's
it
coming
is. It's
together.
drying up
I want you to taste that ladoo and tell me how it tastes.
So this is what it's like when it's done.
Yes.
It
You try it. Take a bite of it. Do you see
that
that?
is really good.
See, the cardamom gives it that nice flavor.
If you like coconut, this is really great.
And it's healthy.
Wow.
Coconut minerals
yeah.
is healthy fat.
And that cardamom, I can't believe how little it takes and that spreads through that.
Yes. It's
It's
just
got a nice spice.
Yes. It's infused through the whole entire dish, but it tastes very good. You like that?
Oh, yes. That is great.
Wonderful. This is almost done.
Then you have put like a little cashew.
Cashew,
on the top.
yes.
Just a little ta-da on top of it. It's very nice.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
the
tastes
coconut
really
is
good.
so good in that.
And I didn't add not too many ingredients. You saw
No.
that.
No.
And this is all done.
That is easy
Yes,
peasy,
you just
truly.
cool it. Easy peasy dessert.
So this recipe, I think I just spit. This recipe makes about how many?
About 6 or 7.
Okay.
That size. If you
Yeah.
want smaller size, you can do it.
Yeah.
And bigger size.
But it's not too rich, but it's certainly sweet and a great dessert.
Yes, and it'll keep for 3-4 days. You can make it and
So would
keep
you
it.
serve this with anything like on, I like ice cream, but we don't say that. I just,
Well, we're trying to be authentic Indian cuisine.
I'm sorry. Well, I had to Americanize my...
You can, but
No, well, that's just really great by itself. Wow, it's...
yeah.
it's-
Do you see how this is coming together? The water is almost, just the
Yeah,
moisture
yeah.
is not there. It's absorbed, and it just took us like 5 minutes
Yeah.
or so.
Well, that is great. What a great way to end the meal. This has been a wonderful experience for me. And here we have, let's just do a recap, in fact, of all of our dishes.
Oh, the dishes that we
Yeah,
did.
all the dishes that we did.
Yes.
You keep on stirring that. In the meanwhile, I'll say that we had the quinoa. Tell me the name. I said I would say it,
Quinoa
but-
Kichidi.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then we have the dish with the lima beans.
Lima beans and the red bell pepper and green bell pepper curry.
Curry, that's right. Then we had the greens,
Chard.
and the cauliflower,
Riced cauliflower.
Oh, so good, good. And then the dal.
Dal, that's red lentils
Right.
with the spinach cooked along, and it's just great flavor.
Oh yeah, all of it had great flavor. My goodness. And then we
Yes.
ended with the
Ladoo.
coconut ladoo.
Yes.
Ladoo. I love this. Thank you so
The whole
much.
entire,
What
you
a
have
meal.
everything. Yeah, you can eat the quinoa along with these other curries, mix it all up together and have it. But you have a full balanced
Yeah, this is a feast right here.
Yes.
My goodness, if you get this much, anyway, it's just wonderful. So for 10 years of cooking on 3ABN, this is a great way to celebrate a 10th anniversary right here, in my opinion. Wonderful.
It's always wonderful to come, because all through the year I sit and think about new recipes. What should I come up with next to do, something exciting and that people will love? And my 3ABN viewers call and they really enjoy and they love the recipes.
And remind me again what that number is that they call?
813-325-5783.
That's wonderful that you open yourself to receiving
Yes, and I
calls.
do get a lot of calls.
That's
People do call me.
great. I love that.
And also they can go to my website. It's sweetsoothingmusic.com. We have music and also all the recipes. They can watch any number of times and learn.
Right,
Yes.
right. What a great combination, food and music. This has certainly been a delight for me to be a part of. So I can't wait for another episode of being able to enjoy all of this. So you go home and you will create more recipes
For next year.
For next year?
And they do, but I really want to thank 3ABN for giving me this opportunity where I can share delicious, simple, easy recipes. Now you saw how simple they were.
Right,
I did not
definitely.
take that much time. It just takes 5 minutes of, but if we can take the time to prepare our home cooked meals, I think we'll be, it'll be really good for our health.
Sure.
Instead of going out and eating, that's what I encourage
Definitely.
people. And when I see, and I tell them, cook your meals, cook that so that you'll have home cooked and see how delicious they are.
Yes.
So I think this is, wherever I go, I would love to encourage people to try home cooked meals.
Well, thank you so very much, Padma. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
It was wonderful meeting you, Tim, and I want to thank you for hosting this.
It's been a pleasure.
Wonderful, you did a good job. Wonderful, amazing. It was just a wonderful experience for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Precious. Thank you.